Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Racha, Chodash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder, Haran Bani Asharala. And salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Haran Bani Asharala, coming out of the Lions Den camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. Now today I'll be coming out with another little quick lesson. I won't be before you too long, but the title of it is Popularly Misunderstood. Because, this goes into, Noah and the Lord giving him the instructions to gather two of every animal. But, a lot of our people that bringing this up, they just stop right there. They're like, they two of every animal. And then that's it. But if you read further on, when you go to the next chapter, it actually shows you and tells you exactly how the Lord told Noah to gather the animals. But I'm going to start out with Genesis chapter 6 first, and I'm going to start at verse 18. It says, "But with thee I will establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee." So the Lord established his covenant, with Noah, because the Lord told Noah that it was finna rain, and he's finna get ready to destroy this place. Well, destroy the earth at that time with water. So he said, hey, I'm gonna give you my covenant, meaning I'm gonna give you my word, I'm gonna give you my promise. And when I tell you to go into this ark and I give you the instructions to do what I tell you to do, you do them. You get your wife, you get your sons, you get their wives, and y'all get in the ark. But let's continue. Verse 19. It says, "And of every living thing of all flesh, two of every sort, thou shalt bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female." See right there, that's like, oh, see, two of every animal. No, yeah, well, yes, that's right, it's two, but he told them to do that, male and female. So why? So that the animals could repopulate. But let's continue. Verse 20. "Of fowls and after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, and of every creeping thing of the earth after his kind, two of every sort shall come unto thee, to keep them alive." Verse 21. "And take thou unto thee all of the food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them." So the Lord was telling Noah, hey, look, he was giving them instructions. "Thus did Noah according to all that Yahweh commanded him, so did he." Now let's go to chapter 7, and it'll tell you in specifics how the Lord says do it, because he said two right here, but it's going to tell you right here the breakdown. This is Genesis chapter 7. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto Noah, Come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee I have seen righteousness before me in this generation." So basically the Lord was telling Noah, I've seen righteousness in your generation. I've chosen you. I've seen righteousness in you. But let's continue. Verse 2. It says, "Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by two." That's the breakdown right there. "The male and his female, of fowls also of the air by sevens, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon all the face of the earth." So there you go. That's the breakdown. That's what's popularly misunderstood by a lot of people who ain't paying attention to the scriptures. The Lord says two of every creature, but then when you read here in chapter 7, it says of every clean animal you gather them by seven, because seven is a complete number of clean animals. male and female, because Noah had to eat, so he had to eat clean animals. You couldn't eat you know, other clean animals. What was he going to eat? He just gathered, because a lot of people just think Noah just gathered two of every creature on the earth, and they were just rocking around in the ark for a while before the Lord caused the waters to recede, and they had to survive. They had to eat. So he told them, gather all the food. So every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens, the male and the female. And then when it came down to the beasts of unclean, he said by two, male and female, because it take a male and a female to repopulate. It's only two sexes. It's not 32. I don't know where the other 30 come from, but you know where the other 30 come from. But when it came down to the clean animals, he says gather them by seven. When it came to the unclean animals, he says by two. Same thing with the fowls. That were clean, by seven. The unclean, by two. So that it can repopulate the earth with animals. So that's how that goes. So it tells you in chapter 6, verse, if you read verse 19 all the way to 22, and then you read further on in chapter 7, and from verse 1 to verse 3, it tells you exactly how the Lord said gather the animals. It tells you exactly how the Lord said to Noah how to gather the animals. So just a little quick lesson, but yeah, but I've been noticing it's like popularly misunderstood. It's a popular topic to misunderstand for people who don't know the scriptures or who don't understand. But there it is right there in the scriptures. And with that, shalom.